Alright, what's good? I'm back with another video. Today, we will be talking about my favorite team and a team that I've been wanting to cover for a long time, the Houston Rockets. So, as you guys know, the season started about a month ago, and the Rockets have been the worst team in the NBA by far, besides, also the Orlando Magic. But yeah, we've looked like the worst team. We've had really bad lineups out there due to, I blame Steven Silas. Our talented or promising young players haven't been playing that well, and nothing has been clicking. We just flat out look like the worst team in the NBA. But where does that start? Obviously, we can blame Steven Silas all we want, but at the end of the day, Steven Silas doesn't have much to work with. I mean, he has up and coming star in Jalen Green and KPJ, and that's about it. Everybody else is a project player, and then you got some veterans on the team like Eric Gordon. So there's not much that Steven Silas can do. But this season, we came in with expectations that the Rockets would at least be a little bit better. But it turns out we look even worse than last season. Now, the Rockets have been rebuilding now for 3 years. We're in year 3 of our rebuild. Excuse me. And first year we won about 17 games. Last year we won 22. And this year we're 1-9 through 10 games. So obviously it starts with the players. Jabari Smith, we drafted him at number 3. Obviously we were the worst team expecting to get the number 1 pick to get Paulo. He's looked like already a top 20 player in the NBA this season. He has the most 20-point games behind Kevin Durant, and it looks like we just missed out. And we got Jabari Smith with nothing against him, right? He's only played 10 NBA games, but he has not looked good at all. He pretty much just stands there and just chucks up threes. He's pretty much a taller version of Eric Gordon without a handle. And that's not what we needed. We needed another star on this team. Obviously, you got KPJ. He's kind of our point guard facilitator of the future. We have our scorer in Jalen Green. We got our center in Şengün, but we needed another scorer, another guy to make buckets. And Jabari Smith has not been that for us. But my question is, at what point are we going to look at our team and be like, all right, something needs to change? Because we have draft picks for the next years to come. But if we keep on drafting young guys every single year, we're not going to have minutes for anyone to grow as a player and become a superstar. We already have no minutes for guys like Josh Christopher and Tari Eason. These are guys that you should be getting 20 to 25 minutes. Instead, we're giving minutes to guys like Garrison Matthews, Eric Gordon, for people who shouldn't even be on the team, Daishawn Nix. I understand if we're rebuilding, but why are we playing these players? We're not letting the young guys grow and become better players. We're taking minutes away from them to play people like Garrison Matthews, Eric Gordon. Why? We're rebuilding. That's what I don't understand. And as I'm recording the video, the Rockets just beat the Magic, got their second win of the season. But this game doesn't really mean anything. I mean, we are the 2 worst teams in the league. We barely beat them. Obviously, the guys on our team had really nice games. JG put up 34, Şengün had 20, KPJ did double-double, Kenyon Martin put up 20. But they're not doing this against other teams. We're doing this against the worst team in the league. So as much as it feels nice to finally win a game again, but this game really doesn't mean anything, because if we can't do this consistent, why does it matter? So a lot of people have been saying to tank again for the 3rd straight year and get Scoot or Wembanyama. Scoot is a point guard. Let's say he plays shooting guard. We already have our 2 guards of the future. We have our backcourt of the future. We have KPJ and Jalen Green. We gave KPJ the extension. Jalen Green is obviously our franchise player. So when it comes to Wembanyama, that really all just depends if we get the number 1 pick. If the odds are in our favor and we get the number 1 pick. Because whoever the number 1 pick will be, they will be drafting Victor. Obviously, I talked about it in my last video a little bit. You guys know who he is, looking like the best prospect ever. But my question is, we're just going to keep drafting this young talent, and before you know it, we're not even going to have minutes to play guys like Tari Eason, Şengün, because we already don't have minutes to play young guys. So my solution is that we take some of these draft picks and maybe take some young players and trade them for a borderline young all-star right now, like a Jaylen Brown. Well, Jaylen Brown is way better than a borderline all-star. Maybe like I would say De'Aaron Fox, but we already have KPJ, or maybe like someone like an Adebayo or a DeAndre Ayton, someone that can just help speed up this rebuild. And I say after that, we give Silas one more year. And if we can't even make the plan, I think he should be out of here. But yeah, this season has been a complete mess. Jabari Smith is looking terrible. Obviously, he's a rookie. He's played 10 games. We can't say too much about it, but he has looked very bad. So far, KPJ has looked like the best player in the team. Tari Eason has looked very, very good. And Alperen Şengün has looked very, very good. JG just put up 34 points. He started off the season very good, but the last 4 or 5 games he's been in a slump. He's been shooting like 25, 30% from the field, so that has been really bad. Still, JG's really young. We just have very high expectations for him, but in my opinion, we need to trade for like a young star, like a DeAndre Ayton, Adebayo, a center, maybe even like a forward, Jaylen Brown, Brandon Ingram, someone who can help us speed up this rebuild, because there's no way we should be heading into year 4 next year of the rebuild still being the worst team in the NBA. Comment down below if you disagree with me, if you agree with me. Make sure you guys can debate me in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video.